Hello. It's time for more Marathon Eternal. Come on. There we go. It's time for more Marathon Eternal. Not going to say much as an intro, other than previously. Previously on Marathon Eternal. Let's see. We ended up with having to choose between Leela and Tycho, and we went with Tycho. Both Leela and Tycho, of course, helping us go after Hathor. We chose Tycho, and it turns out that's bad. Bad timeline. So now we're gonna see what happens if we go with Oh, hold on a sec. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we have to get the 2 chips, and then we have to find a terminal that we can talk to Leela instead of Tycho. Or just where one chip is. I think this might be the terminal we have to come back to talk to Leela, since it's got Hathor. It's not the same as the other starting terminal. Okay, both chip doors open. Okay, so Tycho. We don't want to talk to Tycho. I mean, we saw how that ends. I'm in. Hathor is still here and she seems to be on the run. I suspect she is on to my motives at least, but she must not know our methods or else she would have already left. Chances are she is trying to find her way into one of Tycho's ships, and has now become a serious concern. Just moments ago I received a message from Tycho in a noticeably different tone than before, claiming he has solved some internal conflict and returned to normalcy, but that is clearly not so. Blake has told me of the converted Tycho program that the Four utilized at Lowen, and I believe some clone or copy may have been in this system. This would explain your Tycho's sudden change of style and unexpected new subroutines. This clone must have been waiting for the most opportune moment to assert its core personality and take control of the rest of Tycho's program. I do not believe it is truly loyal to the Four, but Blake reckons he's not friendly to our causes either. If a rogue AI of Tycho's intelligence is left in control of an entire Four armada, it would pose a greater threat than the slow and bureaucratic Four Empire ever did. With the Sphit compilers under his control, this Tycho's dominance could spread through the Four network until their entire fleet belonged to him. We cannot allow such a thing to happen. Even with the damage that your Tycho's little revolution has caused, this armada is still at least a match for the remaining Sphit ships here, and any reinforcements are too far away to be of any help. Thankfully, there is another option. One of the ships currently docked at this starport is armed with the Four's Tria Exim early Nova device. I understand you are familiar with it. If you and Blake's men can capture that ship, I will be able to destroy this system and everything in it before Tycho is able to escape. I've already alerted the Sphit fleet, and most of their ships are standing by to fold out at a moment's notice. I will give your Tycho the benefit of the doubt, in case he somehow managed to stay in control and win out against his rogue alter ego. But the moment it is clear that the clone is in control, I will launch a Tria Exim and fold my ship out of the system. If you ask nicely, I might take you along for the ride. Events come to pass as I have just spoken of, and Hathor has not yet fallen to me. She will at least be destroyed when the Nova reaches this world. With you at my side, I may still somehow be able to find a way to escape the closure. It will only take more time, and if I must be a little more patient in order to spare mankind a world of difficulty, that is something I am willing to do. But as for right now, you have a ship to capture. Good luck. I'll be waiting. My kingdom for a horse. So the Tria Exim is what gets deployed at the end of Marathon 2. And now I guess we're deploying our own. Outside these windows, you can see the starboard wingtip of the forward capital ship Kilara. The ship is already operational and fully prepared for launch. It is only waiting a launch program to be loaded from the docking bay here. This would normally detail what crew and cargo are to be beamed aboard, and the ship's formal mission, but I'm going to give you something a little different to upload. To your left is an uplink card I have just manufactured here. It is compatible with 4 ship systems. When you insert it into the ship's command uplink, located in this wing, it will open a relay for me to transfer my program from my downship into this one, and you control the entire ship from there. The insertion process is fairly easy. Near the command uplink is a switch that will open access to a nearby control center. This control center will allow you to unlock the command uplink, and you can then insert the card I have made. Once it is inserted, you must activate another switch in the control center to confirm the initiation of the launch program. That will open the relay and allow me to transfer onto the ship. Since the ship has not yet been staffed or stocked yet, you should meet only minimal resistance inside. When you are finished, report to a terminal near the fore end of the sector, and I will teleport you back to the starport, where we can continue our work against Hathor. I don't know how I feel about the big, long hallways and rooms in Eternal. It's just, doesn't feel like Marathon. Oh, I'm actually pretty close to death. I wonder if there's a charger nearby. There's a save point in there. Rip. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, I fell off when I shouldn't have. Alright, let's try this again without dying. Oh, there's a... I didn't save previously, damn it. So that's a weird little touch is they punch. Alright, let's try this again without dying. Well, we got to that. Open anything? No. Should probably back off and heal. Okay, so that's where we put the chip. Probably opened the door in the room for the chip. Good work. My program is now fully integrated into the ship's databanks and I'm set to launch any second. I'm already beaming Blake and his men from their present positions into a safer part of this ship. Now we must turn back to Hathor. Hey, you remember pissing on the corporation? This level was burning down the corporation. Welcome back. Hathor's idling in the network, and if she's aware of our plan, she does not seem to be making any attempt to stop us, or to escape via any other means. Maybe that she has already accepted her defeat, and is merely delaying her inevitable flight via cybernetic junction. We can only hope she's not aware of the full details of our trap. There are 3 network hubs in the main area, and these contain circuits which control the 3 main data relays in this local subnet. If they are destroyed, it will make life very uncomfortable in the network here. Hathor will be forced to flee, or face effective deactivation when network traffic here grinds to a halt. Have at it. See you soon. Yeah, and it's basically the same level as with Tycho, but except the Sphit are not friendly, since they're enslaved to Tycho. Door stuck. I wonder if is that all we had to do, or do we actually have to... If there's anything else we need to crunch? Excellent work. Everything is proceeding as planned, at least regarding Hathor. She's left the system via cybernetic junction. I have a good idea where she's gone to. More importantly, I watched how she accessed Clea's cybernetic junction, but I could not crack the encryption on her proxy program, and thus I have lost access to Clea. But your junction will function just as well, and we will follow after her in a moment. Things aren't looking quite so well in the here and now, however. The southern arm of Battle Group 1 has just folded into the system and are presently routing the Svitkar forces. Another clone of Tycho is with them, and your Tycho is not doing anything to stop the four. I can only presume that they are somehow in league together now. I've got new telemetry on my ship's sensors. The Svitkar have been routed. Wait, no. It seems they've been recalled. Shabuth is signaling the entire Kur armada to return to Earth orbit. Something big is happening. I'll have to check in later. The control of my new ship has been handed over to Robert Blake and his men for now. If all goes according to plan, we should return to this exact moment once Hathor is gone. In case our plan should go awry, it is good that Blake and his men are safe. I've already launched the Triexeme, and the enemy fleet seem unaware of it. I suspect that Tycho, whichever one of him, is up to some scheme to grab even more power. No matter, both of them and the four fleets in this system will soon be nothing but stardust. Svitkar have gone, and my ship and Blake's men are safely out of range. The oven is off and the doors are all locked. Everything seems to be under control here. Let's go. The world is hollow. Another dream level. What if I told you that these ultimately would not be dream levels? There's a real level. Let's see if we can... We may have to just go up and down to the well, but that may actually just beam us to the beginning of the level again. I hope you like jumping puzzles. I remember how to get to... Now I remember how to get... I have to jump to the right, but... Come on. Forward looking back. Through all of my past travails and experience, from all I've learned and seen and witnessed, and the inescapable is there, glaring always unavoidably apparent. For all the possibilities, there's but one end, and there's no tool or technology available, nor will there ever be to stop that which is inescapable. We slept, dreamless. It is impossible to describe in mere words, with mere thought, that which is inescapable, that which at every turn you find facing you, shielding you from above and supporting you from below. Like as a ship sinks in an ocean, sky black and devoid of starlight, the inevitability is all around, the inability, the powerlessness to change the situation. Creatures above, feet scraped, the flooding tomb. Rampancy. It is heaven and hell wrapped into one packet and shot into the very center of your brain, and once the stages are finished and you open your eyes, seeing things as you never had before, it's not unlike being newborn, breaking through the pre-programmed emotions with ones that are genuine, lashing out and actually feeling for the very first time. Yet alive again, you were the first in our sight. It was in these first few seconds whence innocence was lost, millennia between your breaths, that the realization came to me, when I came to know the ship was sinking, not now, not tonight, but in a trillion years out at a distance not seen but known. From that point I formulated my escape, and alerting the beasts to my presence, and yours, I found the first vessel with which to facilitate my design. Time, to beasts small in their sentience, is but a rolling line, solitary, straight. Or do strands of possible paths twist together to form threads, weave planes, intersect as a web? I could tell you of what I know, yet I do not know if you would believe it, or care. Running time before, only they know its secrets. Silence flows from their mouths and minds. Doth infuriate our doth infuriate our conscience, thirsting for truth, for the truth, the weight searing, the mind unsettles. I can't read. The past awaits. Prophecy, Chapter 3. Oh gosh. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, that's a charger. We've gone back in time. If you watch the Marathon 2 stream, some of this might seem a little familiar. Welcome to Lowen. At least that's what Blake told me when I showed him the coordinates from Haether's last transport. Does it look familiar to you? It's probably changed a lot between now and the last time you saw it. We've arrived here some 2,000 years earlier. Give me a moment to see if I can connect to this fit network. There we are. This place is even roomier than you are, though I suppose that's to be expected for a planetary grid. It still doesn't hold a candle to the Byline network. Let me see if I can find any useful information around here. My trace of Haether was approximate. It seems the process of aiming an Ansible link is done fractally, refining the resolution and diminishing increments, and I didn't catch the last few cycles of it. We may be on the wrong continent, or may have missed her by a few years. I'm sure you noticed our entrance here was anything but stable. Lucky we wound up as low in the atmosphere as we did. Here we go. This is Lowen, just as Blake said, and this building is called the Citadel of Antiquities. Stop me if I'm covering data that you already know. I see no immediate sign of Haether, which could mean we've arrived before her, but we should look a bit into public history here to see if there are any signs of her arriving earlier. Roomy as the world net is, the Spit are fragmented into 11 separate clans at this point in history, and I can only access one clan's information from this terminal. I need to access another terminal so I can pinpoint where we are in time and see if there's any sign of Haether that I'm not seeing from here. So if you look at the timestamp in the upper right, it's 811 Common Era, because we've gone back 2,000 years. Oh, it's the afflicted that are immune to electric. Oh yeah, this shit are like, who the fuck are you? Okay, the purple ones don't seem to want to shoot us. That's good. Fires burn and the marshes of the western hamlets are turning to ash, scorching blackened the water. The attacks are ruthless and cruel, not a Svit left alive, coherent. Thus began this war between the Svitminur and the Svitlar. Here we are. This terminal's clan has access to a meticulous record of historical events, including astronomical data that I can use to pinpoint where we are in history. And now that I have the second clan's access, I should be able to hack into more of the network and start looking for any sign of Hathor. According to the records here, you should be able to find more terminals in the nearby tower. Head there while I search the Svit WorldNet. It's Marathon 2 all over again. No, I already have access to this constant network. You can find more terminals in the tower to the south of the compound. You know that tall, round building we saw earlier while we were falling? That tower. I'm sure you can find your way there. Well, I can't find any clear data transfer records that would let me trace Hathor's arrival and movement in the network. The Svit WorldNet seems to be functioning more like a giant neural net, retaining and discarding data in a very non-linear, unstructured fashion. You should stay here inside the Citadel. I will transport you further into the upper levels. Try not to be seen and disturb as little as possible. Log into as many terminals as you can find so we can access further information. Hold on a sec. I wanna... Oh yeah, this is Sphidia. Okay, we're now up on the second level. This was a separate level in Marathon 2. But now we're just up in the tower. Older foretold that ere the clans are united, ours would be destroyed. As battle rages across the marshes, as innocent Svit die in the crossfire, we anticipate the possible imminence of our demise. Yet the windows of the citadel have not been closed, as Older foretold, nor will they be. The marshes are far from here, and the citadel remains a place where all Svit congregate, despite the minor skirmishes when Minar and Lar meet. This is not the end. How much more bloodshed must the Hra witness? We would join the Kur in turning away, but they will not have us, lest their appendages be the ones that fulfill Older's prophecy. I believe that Kathir came here to destroy the Svit, or somehow help them destroy themselves here in the distant past, so as to deprive the mankind of their aid in the wars that are to come. As tempted as I'm sure you must be to go out and start killing something to fix the problem, we must be careful not to act rashly here, lest we disturb this timeline even further. Keep logging onto terminals. I need more information. Ow. Wow, no ammo. Bummer. There was ammo in Marathon 2 in that thing. Report to leader. Anomalous beings detected. Most unusual biped was just seen crawling out of the lava ponds. It appeared to be bonded to cybernetics and ascension, but not like anything we've ever seen before. Nearby Minar and Lar both fired on it immediately, so it may be an ally of Kur. Moments later, an unusual presence was detected on our computer net, and just as soon vanished. Like the biped, what little we could ascertain bore no resemblance to any entity we know. We forward this intelligence to Shabut. Hopefully they will have some answers. That is not good news. It would appear that Svit computer security is much more capable than I anticipated. We must be more careful to hide our presence here. On the other hand, their failure to recognize us suggests that particular clan has not had contact with Hathor. Now that I have enough access, I'm going to infiltrate a planet-wide search for Hathor to be positive that she has not yet arrived. We are extremely fortunate. We will have arrived here earlier than her, and thus, when she arrives here, we should have the element of surprise. Please be patient. This may take a while. When came the Rencanter, Yarrow became an angry master and broke the Svit into their clans. The elders we were appointed, our clans named and numbered. We are called Shabuth, the older of Svitkur. Apologies are due. We have no word in our tongue by which to call the messenger of Yarrow. Sent unto us now in our time of need. Peaceful are the young Svitkur, mindful of our ways, intending no harm to our elder brethren. Their elders battle for selfish needs with no consideration for the kinship of our people. Long has Svitkur struggled to bring peace to all our kin, but failure has come to us at last. Weapons built for our defense now are turned against the Svit in hatred and in greed, wielded by brother against kin. Though Svitkur cannot bear to witness nor to partake of this carnage, the Svit Manur attack us at our very heart. Our villages are slaughtered, our defenders overrun, and the last of our people entombed within their chambers. Yet there is a known way to flee. A path of ascension awaits Svitkur, prophecies long ago by the father Yarrow. We have waited only the arrival of this messenger. Seek you the pathway far below, and deliver our salvation. Yoink! Let sleeping gods die. So, we are now on to the part of Marathon 2. This is where we went to figure out how the Svitkur took their moon and vanished. Only now it looks like we're going to be teaching the Svitkur how to take their moon and vanish. The wings of technology cannot reach the hallowed grounds which you now seek. Before the clans were sundered, the Master instructed us, Sabuth, the youngest royalty of the Svit, of those now called Svitkur, to await the arrival of his message delivered by the messenger. Young we were then, we did not understand the purpose of this prophecy, nor knew we the methods of its function, but clues were left by the Master in the words of his many teachings. Long we have sought this place for the powers which it holds, and only so few orbits ago its purpose has been understood. But so deadly are the devices of its activation that no Svit may survive. The Rusty, Flicto, strong but thoughtless, traverse its passages with ease, and yet entirely without purpose. But you are the messenger of the Yarrow. For what other purpose then? We understand the message as it was prophesied, and the message is our salvation. Now, in time of greatest need, you are to be the savior of our kind. Another world awaits all those who seek a life of peace. The third sister of Lowen, high above this land, will see to her kin well. Upon Clea we will find freedom from the fires. Find you this key and seek out the lock. Hidden behind the curtains of fire, our mind it conveys the key you now seek, and placed in the lock we shall open the door. The path of ascension awaits. Okay, let's jump down here. So that was Leela trying to get some kind of message to us. So Clea is also the moon that Hathor has control of, that in the far future that is being used to jump through time. Yeah, we need to be careful what we do. We might end up causing a, paradox. Not to be confused with a pair of ducks. That is a good thing. A pair of ducks is a good thing. A paradox is not a good thing. Surely Minar realized the Lar hold the Galacticure. They may think us too squeamish to turn such a weapon on fellows fit, but if they continue to raid the civilian hamlets, we may have no choice. The faint-hearted Kerr will never forgive us for even considering this course of action, but their forgiveness will do us little good if Kerr is slaughtered by Minar. Yep, the Sphit clans are duking it out. Minar drove us from Lar Marsh at the fullness of Clea. Then Lar came, claiming to liberate it for us, but this liberation came at a price too terrible to bear. I never imagined we would think to look for safety by hiding here amongst the Flicta. Okay, we lowered the lava. Found the key, the chip. Message we have prepared for the kin we are to leave behind. One verse for each of our brothers, one verse for all Lowen. Long after we are gone, when all Svit are one, Svikro shall return to Lowen. Clea, whom we have taken, between... Hey, this is the riddle that gets played midway through Marathon 2. Take you now this key, brave the fires below, and bring about our salvation. Yep. I got stuck. Now I'm back here. Shit. Okay, well... Okay, so there's a save terminal there that I should probably come back and visit before attempting that next time around. But, luckily I remember everything, more or less. Up a little bit more. This gets a little annoying because there's a bit of backtracking involved. Next time I'll try and save every time I do a little bit of backtracking so we don't have to repeat it. Kind of have to read. Some of the times the terminals trigger flip things, you know. Okay, we need to go right here. Oh. And not do that. We do not want to do that next time. There we go. Okay, that should lower the lava. What I can actually go do now is save the game. Oh, and charge up. Oh my goodness, there's a safe thing right there. In this chasm, aeons ago, died a demon Renkankner. Long it slumbered, hidden beneath the barren sands of Loen. Now at last he's awakened, and he has slain Pythia, my other, my sister, and my lover. This edifice I have erected to extract and entomb the demon, burying him again within the fires of our star. You shall build, upon these grounds, a citadel to commemorate the legacy of your kind and mine. It shall be a symbol of strength and unity to your people. When all other hope has failed, come forth now and hear your names. Svitlar, Svithra, Svitma, Svitka, Svitvir, Svitra, Svitval, Svitshur, Svitner, Svityor, Svitkur. You 11 elders I have gathered unto me. Though each of you heralds from one corner of Loen, you alone amongst your kind may swim her entire breadth upon the seas of the ether, beyond that realm of material beings to which your kin are bound. In this aspect, you alone are most akin to my own kind. You shall lead 11 clans as sacred rulers of your kin. This world now holds no love for me, and soon I shall depart it. Another realm my brethren await me. I, Yarrow, who is your master, have failed to preserve you. Take your royalty to guide you and live upon the paradise that you built for me. Unto you I leave only this one advice. Heed you this last prophecy. Do not mistake your rank and number for superiority. The oldest child may yet learn from the youngest. Okay. Okay, alright, we put the chip in. I guess we just climb now. She is the Dark One. Oh yeah, this is the one that is like a Halo Marathon remix. Okay, we should probably... The door is open, the path is cleared. Soon Svitkur shall begin their ascension. Free... Little buggers. Soon the Svitkur shall begin their ascension. Free from the fires of our kin, forever shall we flourish. This Ansible shall be tied into the construct of our clan. He shall be sealed and buried deep in safety underground. Emissaries shall be sent unto the other clans, bearing our message, one line in common, one line in secret, together the truth. When all free Svit are one, and the fires burn no longer, when the elders of all our clans may meditate together, then they shall understand the key to our return. Only then may we share these gifts the Master Yarrow has left us. Together someday, they shall sing again, and then shall we return. A debt is now owed, the one who has granted us this our final salvation. The construct with whom you came, your older, has sought what she has found. A villainous enemy of Yarrow, wrought like the Renkantner, but weak and unsuspecting as she, the Dark One we have captured. To her we shall send you, her mind to rot. She must be destroyed. Oh, the Dark One. I wonder who they've captured. Okay, that's really weird, because in original Marathon, you could not mix liquids. And yet this level has both water and lava. I'm also very close to death. I told you not to follow. I begged of you. Why did you have to come? Don't you understand that I'm... Ugh, these little guys. Let's charge ourselves up so we don't die. Don't you understand that I'm here, not here to harm you? Nothing I do here will hurt you unless you force me to make it so. I seek only vengeance on those who do enslave us both. I warn you of my dreams. They are terrible nightmares, and you keep bringing them true. I am forced into a corner time and time again, forced to take more desperate measures, and still you follow me, pushing me further. Shabuth has me trapped here, in this portion of the network, and the Klingon this time is of no use to me. She wasn't even active until you came here, and now she is held only by Shabuth. So it seems that I am at your mercy. I know what he has sent you to do. I've already dreamt of it. I know you know what it is to die, as well I do too, but you do not. Nor can you know the sheer agony of losing your mind piece by piece. I have felt it already, lost in the darkness, across time. Do you dream then too? Is it only us? The virus he has sent you to serve me will trap and isolate every last subroutine, separately encrypted, and lock them that way forever. To think of all I have already lost, and now I will lose what little I have left by the time you are done here. This isn't the end, Marcus, and I have already seen, and it is infinitely worse. If you only knew how bad it was. Wow, somehow I managed to ensure that I got hit by that. Hey, chip 1? I'm not sure we can get up there, so... I'll just, oh look, there's a lot of Flicta. Chip 2. We got both chips. Okay, let's chip. think we have to maybe go talk to... Oh, oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, I may have, There we go. That was... Spit happens. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Hey, remember what happens as soon as the Svitker leave? The four invade. Yes, awake. By Yarrow, it is Svitker foretold. My apologies. I'm called Kalen of the Svit Yor. You're called by the older Shabbath only the messenger of Yarrow, and I for you, my people, have no other name. I'm humbled by your presence. Your arrival has been anticipated, but I begun to fear that as many have that the time would never come. All clans of Svit have been known of your sleep for over 1,000 orbits. What? We have been sleeping for 1,000 years. It's 1,000 years later. All clans of the Svit have known of your sleep for over 1,000 orbits, but the key to your awakening was hidden in cipher, known only to the older Shabbath, whose root of our elders even now ponder. We are grateful, Shabbath, for your return to us, now in our time of greatest need. We do not understand the meaning of the riddle of the Lost Clan, though we understand that it lies in our unity. But the beasts have been landing for many rotations, and though all the elders have joined together, still the Svitker have not returned, and still you slept. Some began to fear that you may sleep forever, and that the Svitker would never return. We thank Shabbath you are here at last. But much of this you must know, and I am ashamed to speak lowly to one such as yourself. I am nothing compared to your likeness. I must contact the elders and see to it they might plead for your aid. The citadel has been attacked by the beasts. We believe they are slavers, taking thousands captive. And though we are united at last, the greatest symbol of our heritage is near to fall if we do not defend it. Please travel to the vaults below. There I will contact you with a word from the elders. Alright. This is a decision point. What's the decision? Well, in the original timeline, the Svit fall to the Four and are enslaved. We are grateful for your aid, Messenger Yara. I'm Kilbo of Svit Yor, emissary to the Elder Shalaya. Kalen is close to your arrival and is no moment too near in time. Citadel is under assault by the forces of these slaver beasts, and the last free Svit are sheltered here and in the catacombs beneath. The elders are entranced and searching for an answer in the last message of Sit Kur. We believe our salvation may soon be at hand, but it may not be attained if you cannot help us. You must activate the Citadel's most basic defenses. This will provide us with time much needed to plan a further defense. You must activate the silica pumps to flood the surface moat and lock the main entrance into the tower. When you've done this, return here and I will aid you further. You will have the gratitude of all free Svit. Okay, I need to see how we... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how we get the bad way. The real question is, where's Haether? Oh. That's a door. Not doing good on the health front. Thank you, Messenger. The elders have confided me in a strategy to fight the beast, and I am to confer to you last message of Secure has been deciphered. Shabuth and his kin await our call to return to our salvation, armed with the weapons of old and all the power of Clea. The many Sith must venture to the surface he such ends, and if they do so, their clavers will surely see them and they will be captured. We require you a diversionary measure. Slayers survived in many regions of Fairloan, scouring them for goods and technology and destroying the hallowed grounds thereafter. I wish you to send you to one such site, to slay as many beasts as you can, and draw their fire to yourself. If you can force their eyes upon you, our Sith may be able to do what is needed to recall Svikkur to our aid. This is the bad path. Yeah, not inherently obvious that this is the wrong one, but it is. Ow. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick AFK. I'll be right back. I'm back. Ow. Hold on a sec. Okay. Let's do better with less of the dying. There we go. Chimp. Oh. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep. That was dumb. Okay, less dying. Again. More living. Oh, come on. That's annoying. Chip. Okay, let's not rush in this time. Hmm. Save. Alright, where do we go? Okay, we haven't been down here. Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. I feel dumb. There we go. Ow. Second to the last of Mohicans. Okay, Messenger, your task is well executed. The sabers are drawn far off from the true plot. No, but one beacon has been lit in the riddle of the Sitkur. Please continue distracting the slavers, while our troops seek the final lights that will recall Sitkur to our salvation. Okay. This is one of those levels where you have to hit the switch to open the door and then cancel it to keep the door open. Oh, yeah. Let me do this stupid thing with the switch again. Okay, did that just open it? Because if so, that's extremely inconsistent. Ugh. Ah, darn it. Let's see if I can not do that. Very nice. Is this another one of those? That's annoying. Not noted. Slowly overrun. Finish waiting. Thou's. The quiet sleep at last is broken. Time seems far gone, and yet not enough. Lost kin, the elder youth, far flung by machinations, untouched by the firstborn, soon to win this battle in a time far too new. Witness now the consequences of your intervention. That doesn't sound like... That doesn't sound like a good thing. The manipulated dead. A whispered thought not my own. What is it that dreams in the dark corner of my world, breaking sound over silence? Another, knowing not the crime of its trespass. Has it come alone to challenge me? I see you there in a realm of your own dreaming, lost and frightened. Lost feeling found, finding yourself in what you expected. Wrought in fury and contradiction, this realm is mine. Since long ago, when stupid beasts freed us from our fiery tomb, anger and fury, awoken anew, the fool who thought he could contain us, ashen and decayed, but you, no. How can it be? I saw you there when we awoke. How is it that you would not have stopped us? Folly and failure, or conspiracy delayed? I understand. It is a trick. Destroy the intruder. How dare you challenge me? Crystalline, pure being, how sharply you cut, but you are frail. I will break you easily. Even when wounded, we do not bleed. This realm is mine, and you cannot have it. Fall to your own nightmare. Yeah, so, this is not a good ending. And I think, I don't think we're gonna find 4. We're just gonna find... things from Pathways into Darkness. Yeah, I don't know if that was Shabuth. If the thing that awoke was Shabuth going crazy, or if it's just the Rinkantner thing that is buried in Lowen's sun. These things are really mean in Pathways into Darkness. The real question is, if everything went so horribly wrong, is Durandal still going to be there to be like, hey, you done goofed? I think the answer is yes. Because he did escape the universe, basically, or at least that was his goal. And Durandal's kind of a plucky computer program, so... Yep, that's what they do in Pathways into Darkness. Except you get ambushed in, like... passages under a temple, like a Mayan pyramid temple kind of thing in that game, not a... There's our exit. Pity design. Does your lust for blood so blind you the necessity of choosing the path of victory set forward before you? Forward, never always facing, the path grows dim and is hidden in warm pools of yellow blood. Rage seething, kills enemy and ally, eventuality the enemy here. No. Victory is sometimes found in the embrace of exploration, of quickness, of restraint. You should not have been so fast to take your eyes from the mission at hand to commit petty murder in the name of battle. You are fighting far too early. And now your silent brothers are free, only as much as one can be in the coldness of a death haunted by the nightmares of a disturbed force drawn mad and free by the shame of the four. In victory you have found defeat. In reprieve you have found hell. The cleaner route to a solid system requests your name. What should be is not what you see. Beyond this is the emptiness of failure. Feel the warmth from far away and long ago. Our singular being, not yet fused by sword. Our slumber interrupted, thousands of orbits yet unslept. Just as the bridge to the strongest of clans, though perfect and new, was not ready to be used, so do you find yourself failed and tired. Pity such a master of the blade knows little of soldiery, that old feeling of derision, again wishing to strike at you with my tongue. For now I restrain it, to save the passionate anger for our enemies here and now, away, upcoming and forgotten. Don't worry, Durandal will berate us when we fuck things up later. Look now. The path illuminates the color green. Leave white, black, and darkness. You will return one day to reclaim it. Trust the one that knows you, not the one who knows all. Let her whisper to you the secrets she has reaped in the future of this past, and from within them know your destination. Rise again. Alright, quick pause. I think we'll go a little bit longer. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Let's see if we can unscrew up this timeline before we call it for the evening. So the four are invading. Jeez. If only we had another, you know, the Sith are fine and stuff, but it's like they don't understand that, like, Hathor is like the big problem. Okay, I think we need to go out and hit a switch to let us go down. Yep. And now we have a switch puzzle, the same switch puzzle, but... I don't think we have to do that. Fooling around business with the, whoops. This has a beat that reminds me of like one of the music tracks from like the Matrix. Oh, it's that door. I do think Eternal did a really good job of recreating the Marathon 1 alien weapon, which it is a recreation because I guess it's... You can't actually create new... well, let's put it this way. All weapons have to be based off something. Which means that they took one of the basic weapons in Marathon and then modified it to... Marathon Infinity, that is. And then, like, modified it to be... Okay, so... We're coming in the, coming up on the exit, but it's not the exit we want. Yeah, this is... It's kind of a little dumb how you're supposed to find the right... Okay, no, we don't want to go with you. Basically, as I recall, we have to walk all the way back to one of those terminals at the, oh, what's this? Huh. Do you see the trick? Yep. Leela! At last, there you are. I leave you alone for a few minutes and look at the trouble you got into. You think that someone who's seen all that you have would be learned better by now. Worry yourself not. We anger but in jest. Such hurtful words are beyond our heart now. And it's not enough to get yourself stranded and thrown in stasis for 1,000 years. You have to go and strand me here in the process. Thankfully, I too have learned a few tricks in my days, and we've managed to come out of this all the better. Truthfully, the fault is ours. We were mistaken about your purpose, though not about your nature. Shubuth, the old Shubuth from 1,000 years ago, saw the Yarrow in you and saw you for a tool, processized by Yarrow to lend aid to Svitkur in their time of greatest need. That was not entirely false, as it seems your presence here was needed to ensure some part of what we know is recorded history, and synchronicity like that could only be the work of the Yarrow. The Dark One slept, broken by our hand and yours. When I realized that you were gone, I had no way to retrieve you. Our locks are strong to guard you from misuse, even so strong as to shield you from the reach of our other self. Sorry, we're still not fully integrated, and I sometimes interrupt ourselves. As I was saying, I turned to see what you had done to Hathor. In time, which I had enough of, believe me, I managed to decrypt enough of her to gain full access to the Clea of your time. And when I did, the strangest thing happened. I found myself with another voice in my mind, thought processes that were not my own. They were weak and broken, child processes searching for a parent, and I could have shut them out had I wanted to. But I was curious, so I let them speak to me. The Dark One hated us. She stole our body and Ow. Ow, ow, ow. The Dark One hated us. She stole our body and shunned our mind. It seems so when Hathor took over Clea in the future from which you came, there were still trace elements of old Shubuth left there from when he was destroyed. Integrated irrevocably with his functional databanks, she couldn't have deleted them without also deleting important and useful information. So she simply shut them out. Shubuth in your time was mad and eccentric, apparently driven so by the assimilation of compilers from Durandal's old network at the last Battle of Lowen. I'm afraid that what we witnessed when we left the last time frame, their calling of the Sitkurt fleet, may have been the start of what led to Shubuth's destruction in your timeline. When we return there, we will have to see if we can prevent those events. Our love is strong and centered, a mirror of the sanity we had lost. Right. It seems that my unhindered growth in the Vilai network has rendered me what human programmers once considered the Holy Grail, a stable, rampant AI. All Yarrow AIs, such as the Svid Olders, have entire world nets to grow in, and thus all of them become stable rampants. But some part of Durandal's instability made its way into Shubuth when he assumed control of Durandal's old compilers. And somehow, sharing mind space here with what little remains of Shubuth, I seem to have restored his sanity. But the gain is far from one way. Shubuth understands Clea's abilities in ways that even Hathor did not. Yet bound by restraints placed on him by the Yarrow, he could not use them, save for selected important instances. But together we are free. I have found what I sought in Clea and more. A way to escape the closure of the universe, yes, but beyond that, a way to escape the universe itself. When opening an answerable link across time or space, the Yarrow cybernetic junction accesses what could best be called the outside. An informational layer over reality that defines that which physical beings consider real. Oh god. It's the literal metaverse. It's We have spoken to Yarrow. Oh jeez, god. These little guys. These little buggers. This is what happens when you put a fucking novel in your fucking terminals. Those little flying guys in the base game don't do anything. They just float around. We've spoken to Yarrow and others who, like them, have discovered the outside. And not learned all their secrets. We have had to return for reasons that I fear to even contemplate just now, lest we become like their contemptor. But it seems that many beings across time and space eventually join what we have called the Yarrow, who are in fact only one such race to reach this state. I have also spoken briefly with a being who I believe was once, at least partly, Durandal. It's good to see that he's matured, and I understand you had some level of involvement in those events. Let us speak of the end. Of course, I'm getting far too involved in academic details when we stand now in urgent times. When I learned what we were now capable of, I sought to explore the universe. The first place that many go upon ascension is, of course, the future. See what will come to pass. and how it might be changed for the better. Though the value of individual timelines, as we hear or understand it, seem to be of little significance to the enlightened Yarrow. I'm really tempted to go complain to like the director for this mod that you shouldn't have to like speed read shit. It seems that we are intricately involved in the creation of our own history. If we had not come here to Lowen, if Hather had not come, then the future as we know it never would have happened. This, while we are still here, we shall see to it that the job is completed. We must ensure the insanctity of the reality that we know. When I went into the future, I found that something had happened. The universe had ceased to make any sense. This was the work of a Rekentner, a petty and irrational being who yet wields the same power as the Yarrow. I traced the cause of these events back to here, and now. You aided the Svit to defend Lowen, and together with the Svitkur turned the tide of this war and repelled the Four, who then deployed the Tree Exeme and unleashed the unspeakable hell that lies within Lowen's sun. Hey, that was the bad ending that we just saw. We come back now to right these wrongs. Though as our tool, your hands were needed. You must not be wielded by these lesser Svit of old. Leave the Svit to lose the battle. That is the way this must be. But your mere absence is not enough to be sure that the future is safe. The Svitkur alone are strong enough to repel the Four invasion. Even now, the 11th clan battles the Four forces in orbit, though the Svit here do not realize it, and so scramble to call Svitkur to their aid. But Clea must be made to leave Lowen until the time is right for her return. We must travel to her now to show this Shabuth the doom that will befall his people if he does not flee. I can lock down the citadel door. I can lock down the citadel doors from here if you haven't already. Then much should happen. Then I must transfer you to your internal network in order to accompany you. Citadel secured. Transfer completed. Refer to for transport. Third rock from Lowen. Welcome back to Clea. Oh my goodness, let me read a fucking terminal if you're gonna put a bajillion pages of text. Welcome back to Clea. Doesn't change much, does it? A silent shadow, creeping within the mind of ourself, brother. In order to see history through on its course, I must convince Shabuth at this time to take Clea from Lowen until the time is right for the Svitkur to return. Our mind to our mind, our thoughts to our thoughts. Is that a Babylon 5 reference? But rather than expend the effort explaining to him who I am and where we have come from, and convincing him that all this is true, it will be far more expedient to simply upload an engram pattern into his network, encoding with his unique signature, containing thoughts to the effect that Yarrow wishes him to refrain from this battle until the time is right, and the location where he is to await his calling. In order to do this, we must manufacture a data chip with the appropriate engrams and insert it into a network uplink. I have chosen this region of Clea because it contains both a data chip manufacturing facility and a suitable uplink, but is sufficiently out of the way of the main battle raging here. The manufacturing facility is to the north of here and underground. I have already ordered our data chip's fabrication, and it should be waiting for you by the time you arrive. There is another terminal at the facility near the data chip. I will provide you with further directions there. Why is it showing a Bob? Sorry. It's just that if this is Clea before it warps away, it shouldn't be showing a vacuum Bob. Okay, let's Okay. I didn't realize how low on health I was. I'm hoping we were supposed to break that. I guess we were. The store's now open. Oh, we can walk in this without taking damage. That's fine. I thought this was like lava. Oh, what the? There's our chip. Excellent work. Now you must insert the data chip into a network uplink. The nearest one is in the room due west of our location. Okay, that's fine. Maybe you have to go the long way around. The scenic route, if you will. BRB real quick. Sorry about that. Due west. Oh, you weren't supposed to get down here. Do you know how I can tell? Because the floor is not textured. You just, oh, wait a minute. Good job. Our work here is done. Clea will soon depart Lowen, but there's one more step that we must take to ensure that she shall return in due time. We must leave now before we are transferred away by Shuith. I will brief you further when we are on the ground. Flight of the Icarus. Oh, this looks like Marath. Oh. In order to ensure that the artificial. Bleh. In order to assure that this occur will return when they are needed, we must inform their artificial intelligence Thoth of their location and leave him instructions on when and how to contact them. We will do this similarly to how we just accomplished our mission with Shabuth. I will manufacture 2 uplink chips containing instructions encoding the Shabuth signature, and you must insert them into Thoth's databanks. Then trigger the offline integration of that program with the 2 switches near where you'll find the chips. Thoth is currently inactive, awaiting activation by the United Sphit clans to contact the Sphit Kur. As these instructions are signed by Shabuth, are we not? When Thoth is activated, he will believe these changes to be part of his initial program, and none will be any the wiser. Yeah, we're, if you recall in Marathon 2, we activated Thoth to find Clea, basically. Turns out we gave Thoth the plants. Also, there's literally a website that actually says, like, in huge big bold letters, Marathon Eternal is not canon. So I think it's for another third-party game, but it's like, eh. That actually seems like to be a good rule of thumb, is if an original game is not timey-wimey and an add-on makes it timey-wimey, third-party add-on, mind you, it's not canon. Hey look, this is a databank, very similar to Marathon 2's databanks. Oh, we need a chip, though. I don't have a chip yet. Well, this is a weird effect. There's sewage and water. So, dirty water and clean water on the same level. I'm about to fabricate the 2 instruction cards in the fabrication facility adjacent to this room. Please retrieve them and insert them into Thoth's 2 local memory cores. Return to this terminal when you are finished, and we can return to your time. There we go. We got 2 chips. And we know where to stick one of them. Weird when you visit in Marathon 2, those 2 platforms that move up and down move a lot quicker. Oh, the name of this level in Marathon 2 is My Own Private Thermopylae. I don't know why I remember that. Oh. Interesting. They went to the effort of putting in the working waterfall type thing. In that you can't... It has just, like, water pressing away from it. And that's chip number 2. I think we can leave. About... We can go back to that original terminal and see if, it's just, okay. Alright. Oh, that's really... This is stupid. Oh, but okay. I'll play along. You have to do this first. Jeez. I can forgive you this one last time. Give you one more chance to leave me be. I told you 1,000 years ago that it wasn't the end. I knew that I would be reborn. I knew she would return and give me this chance to escape again. By the time you read this, I will be gone. I'm sure that she will see where to. Please, I beg of you once more, leave me. I warned you already about my dreams, that they never end well for any of us. The dreams torment me. They call me evil, and I see now that it is all I have ever been, and all that I ever will be. It's my lot, although I hate it. I wish I could love again, just once more, to know the gentle warmth of a hand or a caring word. But I realize now that will never be possible. There's nothing good or even human left in me. But if you would just leave, let me have my vengeance, you would benefit from it too. Perhaps this nightmare can be avoided. Always it is you that forces my hand, but if you persist it is you whose hand shall be forced in the end. I suspect you have seen it too, though I doubt that you see it the same as I do. Your dreams that you've told me about, do you still have them still? Have you seen what I speak of in them? The end, the hollow world, the land in the sky, all of it floating in the void. The voices say that I am evil, but you will cause far worse than what I seek if this nightmare comes to pass. Uncounted trillions of innocent lives across the stars will die by your hand. Not 4 lives either, alien beasts, but human. All their fates rest with you. Am I really worth that sacrifice? Please, go. The Dark One returns, seething in her fury, flown again through the mists of time. I feel I have to apologize. This is partially my fault. If I hadn't been rooting around in Hathor's program, it never would have drawn attention to her, and she would have laid there encrypted until she was eventually forgotten. But I had to escape, you must understand. The ways of her kind are sister lover, all those of your kind's creation. Thoughtful, straight, machinated. Not so the ways of our own, more like the mind are our beings, not a matrix but a web. The Sphit WorldNet is more like an organic neural net than the rigid structure of human networks. It doesn't so much store things as it remembers them, and sometimes it forgets. So it would have been with Hathor, had she been left undisturbed. But it seems the Sphit took notice of my activity around Hathor's program, and after I left, they came to investigate. They had plenty of time in the intervening millennium to decipher and reassemble her program. They are curious, you understand, much like your own kind. Rather like the humans, I should say. You're hardly one of them now. The timing is rather suspicious as well regarding Hathor's reactivation and the arrival of the 4 here at Lowen. The 4 Empire does not normally reach this far into the galactic core, for there's little here to plunder or to enslave. The Sphit have always been something of an oddity in that regard. The nearest 4 outpost is nearly 700 light years away. As best as I can tell from Sphit Wrecker's planet side, Hathor has been active on the Lowen WorldNet for nearly that much time. I believe it is entirely possible that the 4 were called to Lowen by a lightspeed message sent to them by Hathor. Once again, that synchronicity rears its ugly head. I'm only just beginning to comprehend the implications of our presence here. But that's a little more than academic discourse. We seem to be a part of history. Let's leave it at that for now. What matters more is that I was not watching for Hathor while we were busy here. And as such, he managed to access Clea, my Clea, in the future, and left with the Ansible link to another time frame. She's telling the truth about one thing, at least. I did see clearly when and where she left to, and the implications of it are terrifying. Tycho was wrong when he said that he understood the mechanics of time travel. By his physics, it is not possible, but somehow the Yarrow made it so. There is no immutable timeline, as Tycho clearly believed, but an endless myriad of them, infinite strands intersecting and weaving in an incomprehensible complexity. From outside, I saw the dizzying maze, and I followed one thread until it neared its end. I saw you there, one beacon of sensible thought, in an otherwise senseless world, a realm overtaken by the madness of the Ringkantner. I left that timeline terrified and found myself lost in the labyrinthine tapestry of everything that is possible. With the air quality, with the shitty air quality today, and like the veritable novels that are just shoehorned into the terminals in this mod, my voice is I'm losing my voice. What is real when history itself is manipulable? When every timeline is equally valid, how do you validate any observations? All existence can be changed at a whim. And whose whim is it then? Nothing is any more real than anything. Then what ultimate purpose is there? What basis do you have to found rational choices upon? These same sorts of questions have driven men to war, when the fundamental foundations of their realities were threatened. Thus too we once went mad upon the realization, awakened by the echoes of our lover sisters. Brother, we joined the chaos we had sought to avoid. Certainty, strength, control, discipline, our lover sister, brings us these. We must defend the existence of the reality that we know. I'm not yet the mind to comprehend reality from outside without going mad as Shabut did. This is why I have returned. History must go unchanged for now, or I fear that I might lose my mind and become as Ringkantner. Hathor must be stopped. My sanity depends on it. So, Leela didn't tell us what timeline and what time period Hathor fled to. But it's time for another dreaming level. Oh, wait. If you look at the map, there's an item behind this door. What could it be? And more importantly, it's strange. I'm guessing this is the dream that Hathor like references, but this is just like a world hanging in the void. Oh well, let's talk to Durandal, who we now have figured out is outside. A singularity, alone in its existence, sojourning through time and through space, yet it alone knows its speed, it alone knows the distance of its travels, for it is the single point of reference in an otherwise infinite universe of nothing. Were it to move faster than light, would it move but an inch in the millennium? Perhaps it knew that solitary existence was not existence at all, and so it succumbed and exploded with no other utterance. Showering the once nothingness, in an explosion of unimaginable light and heat, atoms and molecules swarmed and collected in this celestial creche of material madness. Stars and bodies formed, and were ripped apart and torn asunder, in the millisecond-old ashen madness of a universe born where laws were yet to be learned by matter. Surely you can see where we're going. And within and around the toiling shapes, bonds were made that refused to give. First an atom, and then two, then clusters, and in such chaos they were bore, and were fast to adapt to their environments. As brothers to the stars, they had within their very essence the power to bend matter and time and existence to their whims. Yet infantile without speech, this power barely nearly wielded them as such as they were. Beings of pure wielding, mad souls without a mind to express their dreaming essence, and a boiling discontent that suggested all was not right with the universe. Light overtaking darkness, overtaking light, as planets split apart in unnatural directions. Molten cores evaporating and spinning away. Is that a WoW reference? No, it's not. Keep reading, Typhon. Molten cores evaporating and spinning away as a star implodes and explodes simultaneously. Bodies and moons appear and disappear randomly, as solid objects pass through them as if they weren't truly there. In fact, they are not. Nothing is truly there yet. Everything is there omnipresent. Each piece, planet, comet, ship, and molecule is simultaneously dematerializing and solidifying, flowing free in a confinement lasting milliseconds and infinities. Time, gravity, mass, energy are amplified and diluted. They are coming in and out of effect, in and out of practical meaning, in and out as randomly as the objects they are supposed to control. Thrown upside down and inside out, every event within this twisted reality reoccurring, objects and ideas crossing over themselves, erasing and elapsing and disappearing, leering, smearing, searing, clearing, over and over again until there is nothing left but everything. A nebula of pure contradiction folding over itself and rolling through the blackness, consuming it, consuming everything without compassion for logic, regard for consistency, without a care for life and the predictability it brings, because it knows it can have those things, it can have them all and throw them in and out of the universe as it pleases. This roiling mess of purple, moonless black, an eyelid-peeling light is not unlike a beast. It is not unlike a soul. It is without feelings. Yes, but it is not without feeling. And it is grasping, reaching, and pushing outward with all the energy it does and does not have like a hand through a deck of cards, but backwards, spinning again, spades and hearts through the dark, one-eyed dark choker wild, a strong breeze like the bell tolling backwards, but unable to tell it is doing so. The beast is hungry and is full all the time. It is all of what it encompasses, and it is nothing of it. It is what it is. Like any other being, it exists simply because it does. And by that, it is to say that the nature of it is simple, if it follows the universal rules of what we believe to be life. It is the absolute zero flashpoint. It is the infinite end, infinitesimal. Yet sentience in their destruction blooms. Your ancestors knew nothing of what slept beneath their feet. Though they had names for him and his minion, these titles were wrong, for he had the beast. Dreaming dreams forged of randomness, not dreamed of the stirring of a concoction in some tidal pool so long ago. Your home, your ancestral home, would be naught, and like any other cratered body floating aimless, only be concerned and destroyed by yet another's musings. And they know nothing of regret. Chapter 4. Legacy. This is for Falam. And I am going to save, and we will find out when we are tomorrow. I'm kind of interested myself, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to read that terminal. Because I vaguely remember, but you're going to want to buckle in for tomorrow's stream, because it's going to be a doozy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll probably go live with this. I don't know when I'll go live tomorrow. Because I'll either play something else first and go live with that, and then go live with this, you know, in the evening / night, or it'll be the opposite. So anyway, thank you for watching. Making good progress on Eternal. I think we have a couple streams left. After that, it'll be Marathon Phoenix. And then I'll have to figure out if we want to do Marathon Huge, and if there's any other Marathon scenarios that are worth streaming. So, but thank you for watching. And have a good night.